Today is June 5th, 2019, and this is a video tour of the Stoneybrook Gardens. These are Sambucas canadensis, and they were planted last year at 12 inches high, and they've grown tremendously since then. And this year I'm expecting berries. Already have flowers. I'm going to be hopefully gathering the berries, drying them, and freezing them, and then making syrup and tincture. I have some sage and basil. Unfortunately, it was such a wet season this spring that all the basil except for one died. Chives are doing very well. I'm going to cut them back soon. I have 2 dahlia in this front bed and a lot of calendula. Calendula needs to be thinned out, and it's pretty thick. Now we're coming up on the main garden. I'll do a panoramic of it. Okay, and we'll start with this barrel outside the garden, which is protected from the deer with this little fencing here. We have thyme and a dwarf black mulberry. Unfortunately, part of the black mulberry, one of these shoots died, but the other ones are doing pretty good. Trying to make this into more of a pollinator habitat garden to support the bees and butterflies and all the pollinators. Alright, as we enter the garden, on the left is bed 1, and it has megaton leeks, some lettuce which is starting to bolt, some dill which will take the lettuce's place, and some marigolds which I think I'm going to remove. Coming over here, we have more bolting lettuce, which I'm going to leave so it can flower and help support the bees. There's carrots in between the lettuce. And bed 12 and bed 13 are actually raspberries, which are doing very well. They need to be trimmed back. Bed 2 is where the new strawberry bed is being established. So it has strawberries, and it has several varieties of lettuce and some crimson clover. Bed 3, German chamomile, calendula officinalis, bachelor buttons, Swiss chard, and some more dahlia. Let's see, we have a little bee in there already. Bed 11 has some new additions. It has Wallerton Old Hall, which is a David Austin English rose, very fragrant. This is its first year, and I do think I will get some sunflowers on it. It's it's really kind of a white, not really white, but with some tint of apricot. And this is Rudbeckia hirta, which is doing a little better since the rain has ceased. It was looking pretty sad for a while. And on this side of the arbor, we have another rose, another David Austin rose, Bathsheba, which has apricot blooms. We have rosemary, some lavender hyssop, some dill, lavender hidecoat blue, very pretty, beautiful, beautiful dark blue. Also have Munstead lavender interspersed with the hidecoat. Have foxglove. Have Asclepias down at the end of the bed. And lupin in the center front. Okay, this barrel has another dwarf black mulberry, which has done really well over the winter. The furthest barrel had some calendula in it, but it didn't do very well for some reason. I ripped it out and replaced it with lavender hyssop. No, that's actually anise hyssop. Here's Echinacea purpurea, which is a number of years old and it's doing very well. Grew that from seed. I have German chamomile in this bed, and more dahlias. And I actually have some volunteer potatoes growing. And I haven't planted potatoes in this bed for several years, but there they are, so I must have missed a few. And one little cosmos. Okay, this bed has more calendula. And this orange variety here is Resina, which has a higher medicinal content than the yellow flowers. More bachelor buttons. There's 3 dahlias in this bed and some more cosmos, which are beautiful once they bloom. I'll do another video once everything is in bloom. So, bed number 15 has elaeatris, gooseberries, Hinnomaki reds, 3 of those, some red vein sorrel, some French sorrel, and several of Agallesia canadensis, which eventually I would like to see this whole front of the bed colonized with them. And I've got some gooseberries growing. Trying to focus in on this gooseberry. Where is it? There it is. Actually is showing a tinge of red on the shoulder. I don't think it comes out on the video though. Alright, bed 7 has got a lot of experimental things in it that I grew from seed, these wildflowers. And some of them are doing fine. For instance, this is my sneezeweed. That's doing fine. I don't think it'll flower this year. Some more calendula, grew that from seed as well. I have Selena regia, otherwise known as royal catchfly. Some lavender hyssop. Some Echinacea paradoxa, the Bush's coneflower, yellow coneflower, which is growing extremely slow, but hopefully it'll do better. Now that the rain has stopped, and several New England aster, which were just sitting there also until the rain stopped, slowed down. Okay, we have 3 of these wonderful Red Lake currants. And I do have some that are just starting to turn red. These got planted yesterday. Bed 8 is just sitting there resting, throwing lots of compost and leaves and whatever else in here to help enhance this bed. My asparagus bed did very well this year. I had 5 weeks of harvest, and it's letting it rest now, and they'll grow and get the fronds. And bed 17 needs some work. It's got the comfrey in it, which I'm going to cut down soon. Cut down and put it on several of my other plants and make a comfrey tea as well. Of course, the bees just adore the comfrey. Let's see if we can just post this bumblebee without irritating him. And that is the June video of the Stoneybrook Gardens, and I will update it probably in a month, and hopefully there'll be a lot of flowers by then.